since 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony, until one day a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix.
Flight Simulator. I wasn't even planning on streaming tonight, but I went on VATSIM and I checked how busy it is, and I'm like, wow, this looks fun. I think it's some sort of an event going on or something like that. So we are going to fly. Let me just make sure the Nightbot is active, because the Nightbot sometimes needs a little kick in the ass to get working. Let's see. Come on, Nightbot. Dashboard. All right, Nightbot is online. Guys, welcome to the Fly Tampa scenery. Someone's landing right now. The Lufthansa 350 is coming in. Let's see. Oh, oh, oh. Nice. Beautiful. So we're just doing a short flight today to Washington, D.C. from Boston. We got the beautiful American Airlines stand-up to cancer livery, which is looking good. And without further ado, I want to get on VATSIM and get this party on the road, shall we? We are live on vertical as well. for those of you who are interested. I do see a couple viewers here on vertical, in the vertical stream. So welcome everybody. Let us get it started. So let's hop in, and I'm gonna waste no time here. Turn up the sounds of the sim a little bit for you guys. There we go. All right, let me load up my flight. We're in the 321 today. Boston to Washington, D.C. Ground services are connected. So I'm going to come up here and go battery 1. And make sure my camera's on. I think I forgot my camera. There we go. So for those of you watching on the vertical stream, sorry, my camera was off, but it should be working now. Alright, we got 27.2 volts, battery 2. Good voltage on that as well, over 24. And we're going to turn on the external power. Emergency exit lights go to arm. No smoking to auto. Nav lights going on. Crew supply oxygen on. Ground control for the CVR, and we're going to test it. Boom. Evac on captain only, and aiders go to nav. And I'm going to go over here. Air traffic services unit, airline operationals control menu, and we're going to request our data. I'm American 360 today. Mr. Emil, happy Friday to you. Hello, one of my friends saw Quebec Gatineau Railway 920 and he got a epic late horn show because the engineer did not see him. Well, at least he got a horn show at the end. Welcome, welcome, Emil. We're short flight, hour and 12 minutes en route, and our alternate is Philadelphia. That looks good to me. And we're gonna put our flight number here. So Boston to IAD, flight number here, and I'm gonna go to my OFP. Cost index today 22. I'm expecting a cruising altitude of 36,000 feet, and I got the same from my pre-departure clearance on VATSIM, and ISA is plus 12. So cost index of 22, 36,000 feet, and 12 degrees warmer than normal, so it's going to be 32. And I'm going to grab the IRSs, align them on reference, and get the wind information. Meanwhile, while that's loading in, I'm going to come up here and do an APU fire test. It checks out, and engine 1, 2. That is looking good. So my pre-departure clearance says Blizzard 6 departure. Let me just get the ATIS first. Boston ATIS is 135 nothing. 135 nothing.
2.13. Altimeter 3024.
3024.
ILS runway 22 left approach in use. Departing runway 22 right. All aircraft reach may call hold short instructions and assigned altitude. Numerous construction cranes in Boston area and in the vicinity of Logan
3024 set
Airport.
twice.
Notices to air mission pop VOR out of service. Advise on initial contact. You have information Foxtrot.
Alright, we got Foxtrot.
Boston Logan Airport 8. Test information Foxtrot. 0054 Zulu. Wind 1608.
So departing runway 22 right.
10. 7,500 staggers. Ceiling
Blizzard 6,
1,000
Blizzard
broken.
transition.
Temperature 18. 2.13. Altimeter 3024. ILS runway 22 left approach in use. Departing runway 22 right. All aircraft reach may call hold short instructions and assigned altitude.
Get our VOR receivers on.
Numerous construction cranes in Boston area and in the vicinity of Logan. Notices to air mission pop.
Alright, I got my ATIS, and for my arrival, it's going to be the we're expecting the Hyper 9 arrival from the BAF transition. So we're going to go here. I might do my arrival from now, actually, just because it's a short flight. 1 right is what we're expecting, so I'll go with that. 1 right. Hyper 9, BAF. Yep, to one right. And let's see if I need a VIA here. Start, Hyper 9. So we're going to be coming in from the... Where's BAF here? From the Barnes Vortac from the northeast. It's going to bring us over to... Let's see. Let me just check the chat real quick. Okay, good. We're expecting to be at 10,000 feet at hyper, and then for one right, that's one left, one right. Okay, so we're gonna be on a left downwind for one right. Okay, I'll fix it from Echo Echo Romeo Romeo Sierra. That's my IAF. Initial approach fix. And if I don't need it, I can delete it after. So yeah, ears. Cool. Insert that. Get a quick GSX loading going.
Boarding requested.
American Airlines. Let's open the cargo door for it. Cool. For the mass and balance, I'm expecting, let's see. According to my flight plan, max landing weight is 171. We're light today, 147,000. So I'll take a little bit more fuel just because VATSIM is crazy right now. Apply and load aircraft. We'll do it instantly. And there we go. We're still under our max landing weight because it's a short flight. We're gonna send that to the McDo. It's 25.7 on the 25.2 on the max zero fuel weight and 142,000.5 sent to McDo. And before I check that, I'm just going to double check our routing here. So TJ, RNAV TJ for the departure of 22 right. And it's going to be a left-hand turn. No discons. It looks like all the constraints are in the box. In the McDo. And... from hyper, we're gonna go here and a nice long left downwind, or right downwind rather, for 01 right in Washington. So that looks good to me. I'm gonna go there and let's check our init B. So our fuel breakdown shows we need a taxi fuel of 0.6, contingency 1.6.
Your crew has boarded. Passengers boarding starting.
Alternate to Philly shouldn't be much. 3.1 and then 2.6 on the final reserve. 2.6 on the final reserve. Good. I'm gonna do departure performance 22 right. Flap configuration is optimal. Force toga no. Anti-ice off. Packs on. We're going to sync our load sheet and our weather, calculate 34, 38 of rotation speed, 32 on the 39 on the V2, flaps 2 up 0.7, flex tempo 54, thrust reduction, acceleration, and engine out 1520. That looks good. Send that to the McDo. 34, 38, 39, 2 up 0.7. Good. And we have the right reverser unlocked, so I'm going to go ahead and let's see here. So I need my yellow pump for the right side. So if I activate my yellow electric pump, you can hear the PTU barking there, and then I can go ahead and get rid of my reverser. There we go. That is nicely stowed. Electrical hydraulic pump can come back off for now. I do have 16.9 of fuel on board. That's checked. And I'm gonna read all my messages here. We got a subscriber. Welcome, Rayoni. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for your subscription. Appreciate you. Hope you're enjoying the content, my friend. Do smash that like button, guys. I'd really appreciate it. It really does help the stream, and it doesn't cost you guys anything. 142.6 on the zero fuel weight and Mac zero fuel weight 25.2. Accepted. I'm pretty much ready to go. I'm going to enter the squawk code in the box. We got squawking 7024. 7024. And we got Boston ground 121.9 contact. We even got Boston delivery. So that's when you know it's a full-on VATSIM event this evening. Boston delivery is 121.65 for push. 121.65. There it is. And ground's going to be 121.9. Beautiful. So 121.65. All right. So pretty much good to go here. Should we call it done on the boarding? Yeah, we'll call it done on the boarding. Let's go GSX reset position. All right, boarding is complete. Let's close up our doors. Good. 16.9 fuel on board. Seatbelt signs going on. Fuel pumps going on. Looks good. And let's fire up the APU. Kind of loud, you can't hear it because of all the planes on VATSIM. Alright, let's wait for the APU to fully start here. EGT is coming back down. We got APU avail. Gen's available. Good. Let's turn on the APU bleed. I believe you have to wait a minute for this, but we're in the sim. APU bleed. Or maybe that's for the 7.3. Can't remember. External power off. And go to the electrical diagnostics. APU gen is online. Good. So, beacon lights going on. Ground control going off for the CVR. And I'm going to squawk 7024. Looks good to go. I'm going to go over here. Chocks and cones dismissed. And we can get our charts out. So we are expecting the Hyper 9 RNAV. Sorry. Let's go to our Boston charts here. So we're expecting the pushback to be nose left and probably Bravo, Echo. So actually we're going to 22 right, correct? So it's going to be taxi via Bravo cross 15 right on November. Line up and wait. And then it's going to be a RNAV TJ departure off 22 right. Climb heading 215 to intercept course 142. So left turn on TJ. Max 210 knots and 1200 feet or greater for TJ and academic from there. So Bravo, Romeo, 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 Oscar. Depicted route to Blizzard. So TJ, Burrow, Chowda, Clam Chowda. It's going to be a right hand turn to Blizzard transition. And we're going to contact delivery for the push. Top altitude on the departure is 5,000 feet, and let's see if VATSIM gave me anything different on my pre-departure clearance. Nope. So 5,000 feet. Set, and we're ready for the push. And let's see what gate I am. We're at Bravo 28 in case he asks.
Delivery Air Canada 779, ready for push and start.
Air Canada 779, Boston, clearance, push back into the alley, your discretion, call spot 7 for taxi.
Call spot 7 for taxi, push approved. Air Canada 779.
Air Canada 779, confirm you have Foxtrot on board?
Hey, firm, we've got Fox, Air Canada 779.
Boston delivery, good evening, correction, American 360 with Foxtrot ready for push to start.
American 360, Boston, clearance, monitor ground point 9er.
Ground point 9er, American 360. Let's get rid of the jetway. So he said monitor ground, so technically I think they don't want us to contact them right now. Maybe they're kind of busy. But just to make sure, I'm gonna contact them anyway. Ground hello, American 360 with Foxtrot ready for push to start.
American 4450, if you're still with me, contact tower 128.8. American 360 at Boston, ground push approved.
Push approved, American 360. Alright, tower's going to be 128.8, which I already have in the standby.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Look how much we have online in terms of VATSIM, guys. Let me do it on the vertical stream as well so you guys can see. Look at this. We have all the East Coast online. Approaches, tower, ground, delivery. Got to love it.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted. Locking gear.
American 4450, what was that tower frequency I need to monitor?
American 4450, 128.8, 128 feet.
Alright, push is going to be nose left.
American 4450.
Release parking brakes.
Parking brakes released. You're clear to push.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Alright, here we go. Block time's going on. Here comes the push. Clear on the right, or left rather, and clear on the right. Starting 1. We got the beautiful IAE engines today. Let's see if it stops, otherwise I don't want to go into the terminal here. Alright, I think that's a good push.
Illuminated signs and crew instructions, including the following safety procedures.
Parking brake.
Parking brake set, clear to disconnect.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Cockpit to ground.
Alright, available. Let's start engine number 2.
What was the call sign again? I don't have your paperwork in front of me, which is why I didn't call you, and now I feel bad about that.
Oh, no worries. I'm sure it must be busy. It's 789 or Papa
Please
Fox.
be aware that your nearest
789 Papa
usable
Foxtrot.
exit
Okay, let me see if I
may
can find
be
your paper.
behind you.
Alright, starting engine number 2.
Number 789 Papa Foxtrot. Okay, we found your paperwork. Sorry about that.
I love how busy VATSIM is, guys. I love busy VATSIM events.
What was that?
November 789 Papa Foxtrot. Do you need to push and start, or are you ready to taxi?
No, I'm ready to taxi 9 Papa Fox.
KBM 9 Papa Foxtrot. Runway 22 right, taxi via Lima. On to runway 15 right, hold short of November.
Alright, 9 Papa Fox, I would like to contact to right via Lima, and on to 15 right, hold short of November.
Starter relay. Engine 2 available. Engine start switch, norm. APU bleed off. APU off. Flaps set 2.
Light and whistle for attracting attention. The cabin crew can assist you with life jackets for children. Your tray table must now be stowed.
Cool. Trim up 0.7. So let's go flight control cam here, and over here as well in the vertical stream. So I'm going to set up 0.7 with my Honeycomb Bravo trim wheel here, 0.7 up. Set. Flaps 2 checked, and auto brakes going to max. Ground spoilers going to armed, and we'll get all our radars on. Takeoff config, only cabin to go. Flight controls. Full left, neutral, observed. Full right, neutral, observed. Elevator, full aft, neutral, observed. Forward, neutral, observed. Rudder check. Full right, neutral, observed. Full left, neutral, observed. Flight control test complete. Alright, let's go flight control cam off over here and over here. Alright, we are ready to go. Parking brakes off. Austin ground, American 360 with Foxtrot ready for taxi.
American 360, runway 22 right, taxi via Alpha 2, Bravo, November, cross runway 15 right, and hold short of runway 15 left.
Runway 22 right, Alpha 2, Bravo, November, cross runway 15 right, hold short 15 left, American 360. All right.
American 180 heavy, good
Alpha
evening
2.
to, or,
Straight ahead,
good evening to
left
you.
on Bravo,
Pushing-
November,
we have
and hold short
information.
15
Golf.
left, cross 15 right, as briefed. Let's go. Brake check, good. And first officer, your controls, my controls, brake check, good. Your controls, my controls, let's go.
American 28 Boston to ground to push onto Echo.
Push into Echo, approved, American 28.
And who called Boston ground?
American 180 heavy, push.
That should be Alpha 2 right there.
American 180 heavy.
And we're crossing into the maneuvering area. I'm going to go taxi.
2165.
And ground, just triple checking for 789 or 5.
Clear left.
Going onto runway
Clear
15 right, and then holding short on the runway of November, right?
Yep, exactly. TBM 9, Foxtrot. Try to make the right turn onto runway 15 right, and then hold short November.
Alright, just triple checking, thank you.
Yep.
So there's Alpha 2 right there. I'm going to take a
American
left
180
turn.
heavy Boston ground, push approved.
Clear right, clear left. That's
Push
that
approved,
big
American
container
180
ship.
heavy.
Alright. Turn the sounds up a little bit. Good. Looks like cabin's ready. Hello.
The cabin is now secure for takeoff.
Thank you very much. You may be seated. So we're going to November, Bravo, November. So right turn November, cross 15 right, hold short 15 left.
TBM 9, Papa Foxtrot. Turn to left on November, cross runway 15 left.
Left on November, cross runway 15 left, TBM 955.
Who calls ready taxi? Delta 1590, there you are. Runway 22 right, taxi via Alpha 2, Bravo, November. Cross runway 15 right, hold short of runway 15 left.
So it's going to be a right turn on November.
Air Canada 779 heavy at Boston, the ground. Just a heads up, did you ever contact clearance tonight?
I did, he just sent me off too.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you have to call him before you push because he needs to give me your paperwork, and he just didn't get me the paperwork, so that's fine though. Not a problem tonight. Runway 22 right, taxi via Kilo.
There's November.
November.
So we've been
Runway 15 right,
cleared to
hold
cross
short of
November,
runway 15 left.
or 15 left at November.
Kilo, Bravo, November, we'll hold short at 15 right, or cross 15 right, we'll hold short at 15 left, Air Canada 779.
Clear left, and
TBM
clear
9,
right.
Papa Foxtrot, monitor tower 128.8.
128.8, thank you very much, see you later.
Remember, 48 Papa Zulu Boston, at ground, taxi via Alpha.
Let's see, finals clear.
November 48 Papa Zulu Boston, ground, taxi via Alpha. American 360. Cross runway 15 left on November and monitor tower 128.8.
Cross 15 left on November, monitor tower 128.8, American 360. Good night.
Take flight.
Lost on ground, American 28, with information
All
Golf.
right. Clear to cross, 15 left on November and 128.8.
American 28, runway 22 right, taxi via Echo, Bravo, November, cross runway 15 right, hold short of runway 15 left.
Over the tower. Welcome Norfolk International. Haven't seen you in a while. Hello, hello. Departure frequency is going to be, let's see here, 133 nothing. So that's going to be the next frequency.
KBM 789 Papa Foxtrot, turn right heading 250, runway 22 right, clear for takeoff. Right heading.
There's the
250,
TBM.
Runway 22 right, clear for takeoff, 789 Papa Foxtrot.
American 360 Boston Tower, runway 22 right, line up and wait.
Runway 22 right, line up and wait, American 360. Alright, line up and wait, the man says, so we shall comply. Flight attendants, please be seated for departure. Norfolk says, I am doing good, just chilling. Roger. Thanks for tuning in, man. Hit that like button if you're enjoying the stream so far. We've gotten line up and wait.
November 9 Papa
22
Foxtrot,
right.
the right turn heading 250, contact
Final
Boston
clear.
departure.
After departure, see you later, Papa Foxtrot.
Takeoff landing
American
cam.
1054 Boston Tower, cross runway 22 right, ground point 9 to the other side.
Cross 22 right, ground point 9, American 1054.
American 360, runway 22 right, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, runway 22 right, American 360. He already gave me that. All right. Waiting for the takeoff clearance, guys. So it's going to be RNAV TJ, left turn, on departure. And tail strike caution, we'll check that. This is the long boy.
American 360, runway 22 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 22 right, American 360.
Delta 1590 Boston
All right,
Tower, runway
spool
22
them
right,
up.
line up and wait.
Chrono. Stable. Set takeoff thrust. Okay, Manflex 54 SRS runway. Auto thrust blue. Thrust set. $100. B1 rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. Nav.
American 360, contact Boston departure, have a good flight.
Departure, American 360, good night.
Delta 159.
Alright, let's go flaps 1. Climb thrust. Departure, hello, American 360, 1,800, climbing 5,000 RNAV TJ.
American 360, Boston departure, radar contact, climb maintain 14,000.
Climb maintain 14,000, American 360. 14,000 set. Flaps up. Ground spoilers disarmed.
Delta 1590 Boston departure radar contact commentary 14,000.
Right. So we have a speed restriction. Actually, we're already passing TJ, so accelerating to 250 knots. Beautiful. Autopilot going on. 4,000 for 4,000 thrust climb, auto thrust. Good.
338 heavy Boston approach so low. Boston altimeter 3024.
Alright, this is going to be loud. Hold your ears. Boston, see ya. We out. Hey, just subscribe. You're doing great, says P2 Simulation. Appreciate it. Thank you for the subscription, my friend. Welcome to the channel. A321 is pretty much warns you off tail strike so it doesn't damage the backside aircraft. Also APU exhaust. Yes, sir. Boston Center is going to be the next one, but there's like literally 5 Boston Center frequencies on, or 6 Boston Centers on, so... Or no, 7 Boston Centers on.
Departure radar contact commentary 14,000.
Up to 14,000 Air Canada 779.
Washington, here we come. It's 21 degrees on the total air temperature on the skin of the aircraft, so no anti-ice required. And guys, don't forget we're live on the vertical stream as well for whoever wants to watch us on our shorts feed.
American 360 contact Boston Center 12375 today.
123.75 American 360. Good day. All right, 10,000. Lights off. I'll keep the seatbelt signs on. Pressurization check. 1.6 cabin altitude and climbing. 3.6 on the Delta P. And temperature 19 degrees, no anti-ice required. Boston Center, good evening. American 360, 10,400, climbing 14,000.
American 360 Boston Center, climb maintain level 230.
Climb maintain flight level 230, American 360. Alright, 230, checked.
November 446, November Echo, the Bradley altimeter, or sorry, the Providence altimeter 3026. Roger, we got
What is the best aircraft you fly in a similar... I like the CRJ, although it's hard to fly. I don't fly it often, but when I do, I really do enjoy it. FENIX, other than the CRJ, I love the FENIX and I love the 737-800. The 737-800 is my favorite aircraft in real life. But yeah, the A320 narrow body is a close second, man. I love it. Especially the FENIX product. Can't go wrong with the FENIX. We are accelerating to our planned cruising speed today of 295 knots.
Contact New York approach 120.15.
Over to New York approach 120.15 for Citation Enters, is it Takeoffs?
Also, the Indy builds A350, I don't mind it.
Good evening.
Indy builds A350 is pretty cool.
14,000.
Alright, up to 230. Still 19 degrees on the skin. Got some buildups here we're flying by. And guys, let's see if we can get the stream to 15 likes. I'd appreciate it if we can get 15 likes.
American 645 cross speeds, you got to maintain 8,000 as the LaGuardia altimeter 3022.
Top of descent is coming up in about 240 miles.
3022 American 645.
Norfolk says I'm mainly after the MD-11, DC-10, or 747-200. So basically the hard ones. I respect that. I have no idea how to fly the MD-11 or DC-10 or the 200. I know how to fly the 747-400, but not the 200. You need, that's the one with the engineer's panel over here, right? Yeah, that's a lot of work. I do want to learn the MD-11 and the MD-82, the Mad Dog MD-82. I would really love to learn how to fly that thing. I just haven't gotten a chance.
American 2566 Boston, you up?
And transition altitude is coming up.
Delta 1590 Boston Center, under. Boston Center, Canada, Sunset 5.
Mad Dog, go for it. Yeah, I should, man. But school's coming up. I'm going to be super busy.
And who is that at 14?
Flying.
That's our Canada 779er.
Standard on the altimeter. And welcome, Gary, by the way. Welcome, welcome, sir. Standard, standard, standard. Transition. All right, 240 knots. Sorry, 240 miles till top of descent. And we're on our way to the Blizzard transition. I gotta ask your Sim CFI how to fly the Mad Dog.
Checking in front level 2.0. American 2566 Boston.
I wanted to fly the 737 tonight, but I was literally so lazy to switch over my stick over here for the yoke. I literally just saw VATSIM, how busy it is. I'm like, let's fly. I don't want to change any of the configuration. But yeah, I think next time we'll do the 7.3. 747-200 has an engineer panel. It takes a lot of time to know what you're doing. Yeah, and the 100.
November Echo contact.
I know. Tell me about it.
119.45.
119.45, Genesis.
Air Canada 779, contact Boston Center on 128.32.
So pretty much the only altitude restriction is 10,000 for hyper.
Yep.
And 230 may be our final. I'm not sure if he'll give us higher. Let's see. Hooper Booper on the vertical stream says, "What's up? Welcome, welcome. Happy Friday to you, sir."
American 645 contact.
Thanks for joining.
120.8.
For New York approach 120.8. American 645. See ya.
Take care.
And for those of you watching on the regular stream, like the horizontal stream, make sure to view it in 2K for the best experience. Streaming in 2K.
Boston Center, good day. American 28, passing 11,300, climbing to 14,000.
American 360, contact Boston Center 124.12.
124.12, American 360.
Delta 1590, contact Boston Center 124.12.
Alt star.
Delta 1590, Boston Center, good evening, climb and maintain flight level 340.
Got a late start to this event, I see. Yeah, I guess. Boston Center, good evening, American 360 level, flight level 230.
American 360 Boston Center, good evening, climb maintain level 360.
Climb maintain flight level 360, American 360. So Hooper Booper, are you saying I caught the tail end of the event here? Like I said, I wasn't even planning on streaming. I just saw Vatastic how busy it is, and I'm like, I want to get in on this. All right, flight level 234 for 360. Gonna get a quick weather check in Washington. See what the weather's doing there. So as of pretty much 2 Zulu, so 152 Zulu, which is 9 p.m. our time Eastern. Correction, 9:52. It's about 45 minutes old. Winds are 120 at 4 knots, so pretty much winds calm, but 2.5 statute miles visibility, mist, overcast 500, temperature 21, dew point 21, altimeter 3017. So there is a little bit of probably high pressure system or something like that. 3017. So there's a lot of mist in the field, and visibility is 2.5. Ceilings are above our minimums 500. We're gonna go down to 200, so that's fine. You're going to FS Expo in Providence on Sunday? Nice. Yeah, a lot of people told me to come, but I just didn't get a chance this year. Hope you enjoy Hooper Booper. Enjoy Flight Sim Expo, my friend. Okay, altimeter 3017. Temperature 21 degrees. And 120 at 4...
Southwest 1011 Boston Center, welcome.
Flight level 258 for 360. What's the ILS minimums for one right? 512 on the barrel. Alright, I'm going to brief the arrival just because... Actually, let me first get the ATIS. KIAD, it's not in range yet. Alright, we're going to assume one right.
Air Canada 1067, contact New York Center 125.32.
So we're expecting the Hyper 9 arrival from the... Where's my transition? Barnes Vortac transition from the northeast. So it'll be Barnes, Big O, Yorkie, Gandhi, Kiever, Botless, Jets, Sarah, Lancaster VOR, then Joan, Delro, Lurch, Bins, Hyper at 10,000 and 250 knots. That's in the box. Then it's going to be Sigba at 7,000, Mowat at 5,000, Hustle for 4,000. Check, check, check. And T-Con for one center and one right. So it's going to be a right downwind, T-Con overfly, and then on the downwind. Alright, I'm happy with that. So we're expecting to join the Hyper 9 RNAV arrival. Chart, what's the chart number here? Chart 20-2 Echo, dated 10th of May 2024, so never mind, it's expired. Effective 16th of May 2024. We're joining, as I said, the Barnes Vortac from the northeast, and constraints are going to be as briefed for a right downwind for joining the ILS 1 right. The MSA is 3,500 feet from runway 1 left, and from there we'll join ILS 1 right. We have it programmed from Actually, did we need to program it from one of these? Let's see. No, we're on the downwind, so I'm not gonna grab it from these IAFs.
Boston, American 180.
So we're expecting it from, we've programmed it from ears, but air traffic control might give us shorter vectors. We'll be ready for that. It's chart 11 or 21-3, dated 11 April 2025, effective 17th of April 2025. Minimums are 512 feet. Localizer India Alpha Delta
American 180.
110.1. Final push course is 011. So not tuned in quite yet, but it will be.
Oh, never mind. Sorry, disregard that.
Glide slope check 1500 at Waxon.
Yeah, I'm looking at a previous PDC.
3.3 DME. Touchdowns elevation 312 feet. If we have to go miss climb to 800, then climbing right turn to 3000. So 800, climbing right turn to 3000 on heading 060.
American 180. Think we're all
and inbound on the Echo Mike India VOR 219 to Westminster. It's going to be a direct entry into the hold. Non-standard left turns, but we'll likely get vectors from ATC if they're online in case of a go-around. But our direction of arrival gives us an MSA 3,500. That's it. Any questions? It's a busy VATSIM event, so keep a sharp ear for your call sign, and aside from that, no questions. For the landing weight, we're currently 155.2 with 12.7 on board, and I will land with about 9, so 3.7 less, so 152.2, and it's going to be 151.5 my landing weight. We'll go good because it might be a little wet. $155.2 was it? If I could do the math. That's what it is right now. I said 150, so 3.6 less, so 152.2 and 151 point, I'll call it 8, 151.8. That's fine. Low outer brakes, flaps full, manual landing, idle no reverse, and factored landing distance required 8,980. We have 11,500 available. So outer brakes low. Selected. Good. So let's check out the scope here for VATastic. Yeah, it looks like we will have full ATC. So we got approach online and we got tower. We are, where are we right now? American 360. Where's American 360 on the radar? Right here. So we're just flying near Bradley, Wisconsin. Or not Wisconsin. What am I saying? What's KBDL? Windsor Locks Bradley International, not Bradley, Wisconsin. Windsor Locks Bradley. Then after that, it's probably going to be New York Center, right? 125325. Maybe I'll put that for now. We'll see if it changes. Good. Looking great. Alright, so alt cruise, flight level 360, that's in. Looking good. Top of drop in about 140 miles. Final approach course was what, 011? 011, okay, good. Get my arrival chart out. So the reciprocal of 011 is what? 191? Let's do a little fixed ring for extra situational awareness, because we are on the downwind, so that always helps if we have an extended runway center line. Kilo India Alpha Delta 01 right. 5 nautical mile radius there. Let's see how that looks. We got the 10 mile, 5 mile fixed ring, and the extended runway center line.
Roger.
Good. Quick little flight here. Washington ATIS is 3485.
Boston Center, good evening. China Eastern 587 Heavy with you, flight level 370.
China 587 Boston Center, welcome.
Let's monitor the ATIS on the standby.
Number and ATIS when ready to taxi. Brief and call runway assignment and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information used for.
Alright, information uniform is current in Washington.
Washington Gulf International. Airport ATIS information uniform 01520. Red 120 at 4.
Okay, so it's still the same ATIS that we got with the text.
Ceiling 500 over 10. Temperature 21. Newton 21. Altimeter 3017. Arrival aircraft. Back ILF or visual approach runway 1 right.
Alright, 1 right, confirmed.
Runway 1 left. Departing runway 30.
So 1 right, 1 center, 1 left. So we'll aim for 1 right. We'll plan for 1 right and see what happens.
Left side of Francis Port number and ATIS when ready to taxi. Brief and call runway assignment and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information used for.
Uniforms on board. Alright, 120 miles till top of drop. And our company is messaging us. They probably want a delay code because it's morning time here. So it didn't match our departure time that VATSIM gave us. 630 minutes. So you guys know the drill. by now. I don't even need to say it. 630-minute delay is going to be attributed to the code 0 Delta 1, which is incorrect departure time. Blame it on the dispatch. Sorry, dispatch. I throw you under the Airbus. I throw you under the Airbus. Not the bus, but the Airbus.
Delta 1590, let me try to get you a handoff from New York. You just have like 2 minutes, let me see if he takes it. American 360, contact New York Center on 125.3, good night.
2532, American 360, good night. New York Center, good evening, American 360, flight level 360.
American 360, New York, hello, cross bottles, and maintain flight level 280.
Cross bottles at and maintain flight level 280, American 360. Alright, we got a constraint 280 at bottles at and maintain 280, so that's going in the box.
South 1590, New York, welcome.
So that brings our top of the drop to only 35 miles from now.
It's approved as requested to report back. American 1422, Boston Center 134.0.
Boston Center 134.0, American 1422, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right.
Center, American 2432, level at level 350, RNAV, Romeo Bravo Victor.
American 2432, New York Center, hello. Clear direct to news, cross news, and maintain, flight level 270. American 2432, clear direct to news, cross news, and maintain, flight level 270.
Direct news, cross news at level 190, American 2432.
270 at news, 27,000 feet at news.
Level 270, sorry, thanks, American 2432.
Alright, we forgot to turn off the seatbelt signs. We'll turn it off briefly, but so let the passengers go do the thing at the lav. Then we'll turn it back on at about 10,000 feet. So we've been airborne for about a half an hour here.
Aircraft calling, sorry, I was on the landline, say again. Welcome.
Center, American 1349, level 12,000.
FedEx 1612, contact New York Center 132.17. 1317, FedEx 12 Heavy, thanks.
Alright,
Who
top
else
of
is
the
checking in
descent
there?
coming up.
American 1349, level 12,000.
American 1349, New York, climb maintain flight level 230.
Maintain flight level 230, 34 on.
Who else?
New York Center, hello, JetBlue 479, climbing out of 9.5 for 12,000.
JetBlue 479 New York, climb maintain flight level 230.
Altitude 30, sir, JetBlue 479.
American 180, flight level 360, or flight level 360.
American 180 New York, well.
Alright, let's descend. We'll cross bottles out and maintain 280. Thrust idle open descent. Interesting. I can't do manage descent. It doesn't want to take it for some reason. Alright, we'll go 280. Thrust idle open descent. 359, descending flight level 280. So Bottles is about 25 miles away and we got 7,000 to lose. Oh right, because the cruising altitude. Interesting, so it changed my cruising altitude to 280. Okay.
Southwest 543, contact Boston Center 134.0.
134.0, Southwest 543.
I'll increase my rate of descent a little bit here. But it's interesting how it doesn't want to follow the profile mode. So if I go manage, it reverts to vertical speed. Haven't had that happen to me before, I think. I'll kind of have to do this manually to meet this restriction here. So I have 6,000 to lose and about 18,000 or 18 miles to go. So the 3-to-1 rule is working.
JetBlue 1128 New York, hello, climb and maintain 17,000 direct bays.
In the meantime, let's get another weather update in Washington. Still the same information, okay. So I'm about 10 miles out, 3,000 feet to go, looks good. Yeah, we just pretty much don't have managed mode. That's fine. See guys, you don't need the VNAV or in the Airbus managed descent mode. You can do it manually yourself if you have to revert to that. So Mach Alt Star, and we'll be hitting that restriction nicely, 280 at Bottles, and we'll maintain that. Looks good.
Potential aircraft on frequency. New York Center will be closing at the top of the hour. That'll be 0300 Zulu. That'll go for pretty much everyone here at FS Expo as well. So just be advised, you guys may go ATC 0 in the next 5 minutes.
Uh-oh. Well, we'll go Unicom, I guess, after that.
JetBlue 1128, contact Boston Center 135.8.
New York Center United 641 flight level 370 requesting 390.
United 640, was that United 641?
A4.
United 641, just maintain flight level 290.
I was requesting 390, sir.
Oh, 390. Yeah, climb maintain flight level 390, and then you're going to get a descent in about 40, 50 miles.
Roger, climb maintain 390, United 641.
American 1349, Boston, Washington Center 12097.
2097, American 1349.
American, JetBlue 479, say airspeed.
12097, I'll plug that in.
Doing about 330 indicated max 7, sir.
JetBlue 479, maintain 300 knots and contact Washington Center 12097.
300 knots in Washington Center 12097, 74796.
And check in with your speed.
Roger.
Okay.
American 2432, Boston Center 134.0.
Waiting for our handoff.
134.0, American 2432.
American 360, center maintain flight level 200.
Center maintain flight level 200, American 360. 200, thrust idle, open descent. It wants me to set managed speed.
Delta 1590, negative, you're still on my airspace.
I'll keep the speed
New
for
York
now.
Center, good evening, China Eastern 587 Heavy descending through
I'll go
the flight
290.
plans across Lolly at 200.
I'm sorry, what was the call sign check?
China Eastern 587, sir.
China Eastern 587, New York, you're clear direct to Lundy, cross Lundy at maintain flight level 190, 250 knots at Lundy.
Clear to Lundy and cross Lundy at 190 and 250 knots on the speed, China Eastern 587.
Cool. Looking quite alright, guys.
Southwest 3079, New York, hello, cross Deer Park at maintain flight level 190.
Deer Park at maintain flight level 190.
There's the new information. So as of 10:52, 100 at 5. Temperature 21 degrees. Still 21. Altimeter 3016. 3016. Good. Our VAP is 139. And I'll just do a double check of my arrival performance. 153.6 currently, 9.1, so probably, yeah, we'll call it 1.8 less than this, so 151.8.
I'll confirm 370.
Oh, that's where we already had. So I'm just going to apply the new METAR. Alright.
27,000 at...
Still, auto brakes low, works just fine. Down to 200.
American 360, FS Expo is wrapping up here. New York Center will be logging off shortly. Radar services terminated. Keep the squawk. Frequency change approved.
Keep the squawk and frequency change approved. American 360. Thanks for the ATC.
No worries. Delta 1590, we're wrapping up here at FS Expo Live. You can, radar services terminated. Keep the squawk. Frequency change approved. Good night.
Alright, cool. So I'm glad to say at least we were part of FS Expo in one way or another. Even though we're not at FS Expo, the VATSIM event was live from FS Expo. I think all these VATSIM controllers are at FS Expo. That's pretty cool, guys. Played a little small role in participating indirectly. That's cool. So we're gonna keep our squawk. New York Center is offline. DC Center will probably ask me to contact them soon. Yeah, it's gonna be a while till we get to DC Center airspace. Now we got managed. So we'll go managed, managed. I wonder why the managed mode was not working till now. We can pretty much go down to 10,000. We're at Sara. Where's Sara? We're right here. So about to join the Lancaster Lima Romeo Papa VORDME here. So I do want to be at 10,000 for hyper and 250 knots. So 27, 37, 47, that's 45, 55, 61, 66, 77 miles out from hyper. So 77 from hyper and I got 10 to lose. In about 40 miles around here, I'll start my descent. I'll put a fixed ring so I don't forget it. So it's hyper. Hotel, Yankee, Papa, Echo, Romeo. I'll give myself 33. There you go. So yeah, somewhere around there we'll start a descent. Cool. Looks good. Oh, Washington Center went offline. They're all going offline. I think it's going to be an uncontrolled arrival now. I still see Washington Tower and approach, but DC Center definitely went offline. Little late to the party, guys. So yeah, we still have Washington approach. Approach frequency for Washington, we'll see if they stay online. Nope, they went offline too. They're all clearing up. At least we got a busy VATSIM departure off Boston. 134.425 is the tower. We'll see if they stay online, otherwise it's uncontrolled arrival. Fuel's looking balanced. Hydraulics are good amount and good pressures. Gens are working nicely, and cabin's depressurizing slowly. So altimeter is 301. Let's see, 3016 was it? (3016) in Washington. Okay. Winds are pretty much calm. We got a high pressure system in the area. I'm gonna select. Wait, it's already selected 100. Okay, good. Pretty much ready for the descent in about 25 miles. So we're on Unicom, and the tower frequency is 134.425. That is on my standby. Checked. Alright, I'm pretty much happy to start my descent. We'll go managed mode. Thrust idle, descent. 100 blue. Transition 3016. Set twice. 3016 set 3 times. Check. And for our arrival, for vacating the runway, so we're expecting one right, and we're going to vacate on the left-hand side, probably via either Kilo 1 or Kilo 2, depending on how long we'll land. One 6,900 descending 100. Okay, tower 1 offline officially. It's going to be an uncontrolled arrival down into Boston. Or, correction, Washington. We're descending by the Hyper 9. So we're about 50 miles to the northeast. Dulles traffic, American 360, descending out of 15,700 via the Hyper 9. Currently about 50 miles to the northeast of the field for a right downwind ILS 1 right approach, Washington. Right downwind ILS 1 right. Travis Charles says, safe travels, have a great flight. Appreciate it, Travis. Thank you very much. Thank you. And if you're just joining the stream and you're enjoying it, I'd really appreciate a like button smashage. It does really help the channel. Here comes the profile. It's going to start slowing down in about 10 miles to 250 knots. Actually, what I'll do now, I'll just go... Let's do open descent. Thrust idle, open descent. We got ample time to slow it down. India Alpha Delta 110.1 is tuned. Final approach course 011, checked. And I'm going to start slowing it down, 250 knots. Good. And we are about still 50-ish miles to go. And after hyper, we're going to, so Altstar, we're going to 7,000 feet. Alright, Alt. 7,000 selected. Landing system, and let's go approach mode. We're in selected speed. Confirmed. 139 on the VAP. Okay. Dulles traffic, American 360, descending out of 10,000 via the Hyper 9, about 40 miles to the northeast, inbound ILS 1 right approach, Dulles traffic. Thrust idle, open descent, 7,000. Seatbelt signs on, pressurization, checked, cabin altitude 300 feet, 4.3 on the Delta P, and we're good. Quite honestly, I don't know why the Delta P should be 4.2 if the cabin's depressurized. Shouldn't it be no pressure difference between outside and inside? I don't know if that's a bug or if it's something that I need to understand further. Let me just make sure I'm on live weather here. Yep, live weather. Checked.
Landing. Please ensure your cabin bag is safely stowed with your laptop inside. Your tray table must be stowed, armrests down and window blinds open. You now need to be seated with your seatbelt fastened, ready for landing. Please help us by handing in any rubbish, newspapers or magazines that you do not want to keep. The toilets are no longer in service. Thank you. Cabin crew must now be seated for landing. Thank you.
Alright, I'm going to start switching over to my Common Traffic Advisory Frequency, CTAF, 134425. Dulles traffic, American 360, currently 35 miles to the northeast, inbound on the Hyper 9 for the ILS 1 right approach. Dulles traffic. Alright, 24 degrees outside, good. Next restrictions, 5,000 for MOAT. Cool little convective buildups here. Thrust idle, open descent, 5,000. Blue. Oh my, there's huge thunderstorms outside right now. AvGeek, what's going on, buddy? Thankfully I made it. Hey, smash that like button, AvGeek, for the arrival. Welcome, welcome, happy Friday. Dulles traffic, American 360, descending out of 6,000 for 5,000. Currently 25 miles to the northeast, inbound ILS 1 right approach, Dulles. Alright, it is 26 degrees outside, so no anti-ice required. Into the soup we go. Yeah, it's a huge thunderstorm outside. Thunderstorm check. Alright, down to 4,000 we go. And I'll probably cut the approach short from, I'll join it from Tewoot. We'll give ourselves a 10-mile final-ish. In and out of the soup. Remember, the visibility is kind of deteriorating. It's 2.5 miles and the ceilings are about 500 AGL. Or, yeah, AGL. Yet there's a big event in Providence, Rhode Island. It's Flight Sim Expo. Yep. So right now, the ATC we were talking to before they went offline, AvGeek, they were actually, I think, live from Flight Sim Expo. They were on VATSIM giving ATC services from Flight Sim Expo. Alright, and for the ILS at Tewoot, I'll join it at 4,000. Looks good. You know what? You can actually, we're just going to be on a downwind from now. So since there's no VATSIM online, 4,000 feet, after hustle, I'm just going to pull a heading, and then we'll give ourselves direct. We'll sequence the box, radial in, radial in from Tewoot will be 011. So it'll look like that. You should have flown? That's alright. I think they're, it's going on for the next 3 days. Yeah, I meant to do the reciprocal of 011, so radial in that. Insert. We are on the downwind nicely now, and we've sequenced the box from Tewoot, 4,000 feet, checked. There's pretty much no one around, so we can do whatever we like. Chat. I'll slow myself to 210, or we'll do green dot speed since it's a little bit higher than 210. Remember, in case of a go around, it's climb. Where's my go around? Climb to 800 feet, then climbing right turn 3000, heading 060. Inbound on the Echo Mike India VOR 219 to EMI VOR and hold, which is right here. Dulles traffic, American 360, 4,000 feet abeam the field for the ILS 1 right approach. Right downwind, ILS 1 right approach. Dulles traffic. Alright, I'll take flap 1. Speed check. Flap 1. Which is our slats. And I'll slow us down to 180. Actually, we'll go slat maneuvering speed. Surfing on the clouds. Yeah, pretty much skimming the top of the clouds. Alright guys, let's have some fun. Let's hand fly this since there's pretty much no VATSIM online anyway. So, let's go over here. And let's go over here on the vertical stream. Alright, autopilot's off. I mostly fly in 2024 now. The performance is good. I have a i7 4060. Yeah, I do have the FENIX for 2024. I should really use it more often. I don't know why. Because all my sceneries and stuff are in 2020 and I'm so lazy to switch it over. But yeah, I should start using my 2024. Get my money's worth. I bought it and I've barely used it. Alright, when ready, we're going to give ourselves a right turn. Just past Tuwoot, we'll go around 280. And I have my little heading bug here. Oh, it doesn't want to work with the FENIX, of course not. Works with the 7.3. Alright, I see glide slope coming in, which is good. I have geek with the autopilot off emoji, yes sir. Alright, let's focus. Into the clouds we go. And temperature 24, 24 degrees on the skin. Anti-ice not required. And we'll just capture the glide slope from 4,000. It does work with the A350. It doesn't work with the FENIX. 2024, you're saying? So I tried 2024, the, what do you call it? The Builds A350 is terrible performance in 2024, man. American 360, turn right, right turn, heading 280. Right turn 280, American 360. Here we go, 280. American 360, keep that right turn coming, 290. Right heading 290, American 360, and pretty much ready to intercept. American 260, right turn heading 330, cleared ILS approach, runway 1 right. Right turn 330, cleared ILS approach, runway 1 right, American 360. Loc blue. And we'll make that 330. Loc blue. There we go. Loc star. I'm gonna overshoot it a little bit. That's fine. We'll capture it from the other side. American 360. You are 3 miles from Eston. Descend and maintain 3000, clear ILS approach, runway 1 right. Descend and maintain 3000, clear ILS 1 right approach, American 360. Alright, here we go. Loc star, glide slope, captured. Missed approach altitude is 3000, set. AvGeek says butter it. We'll try, man, we'll try. Speed check. Flaps 2. Gear down. Speed check, flaps 3. Flaps full.
2,500.
Check. Dulles traffic, American 360 on a 5-mile final, runway 1 right. Dulles. Spicy conditions, I know, but the ceilings are supposed to be higher than our minimums, which is good. So, landing checklist. ECAM memo landing no blue. Cabin advised. Landing checklist complete. Ground contact. I see the ground. Missed approach altitude 3000. Set. Let's get it, guys. Dulles traffic, American 360, short final, runway 1 right, Dulles. Got a little bit of tailwind, but looks like it's dying down and it's less than 5 knots.
1,000.
1,000 check, stabilized. Missed approach altitude 3,000 set. I see the runway lights, the approach lights in sight. Ground speeds around 145, so I'm looking for around 750 feet a minute. Alright, visual contact. Let's go feet on the rudder, 500 check.
Above. Minimum.
A little high correcting.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. 5.
Spoilers, reverse green, decel. We'll roll it out to the end. $80, $70. And welcome to Washington. Smash that like button for that hand flown approach, guys. That was fun. Manual braking. Hour and 19 minutes on the flight time, and let's vacate on the left as briefed. Welcome to Washington. We'll take that. AvGeek says butter. I agree. I think that was a nice one. Maybe a little bit high. We came in a little bit high. Instead of 50 over the numbers, it was like maybe 80 over the numbers, but we still got in the touchdown zone. I'll take it. Alright, beautiful. That was fun. Hand flown from the downwind. Dulles traffic, American 360 clear of 1 right, taxiing to the gate by Kilo. Good night, Dulles. Alright. Fun, fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this little stream on a little makeshift stream, random stream on a Friday night. Welcome down to Dulles. Let's clean it up. And lights, strobes off, and we'll go APU on. That was good correction when you were high. Yeah, I was really cognizant not to overcorrect by getting a high sync rate. So I was really looking at that VS AvGeek to make sure I'm not doing more than 1,000 feet a minute. And I realized it's a 12,000 foot runway, so we had plenty of distance to bring it in safely. And I'll just randomly take, actually let's take this one right here. Whichever gate this is. Charlie 7 or whatever. Let me just stop the replay. Alright. That's all she wrote. APU bleed on. Parking brakes. Set. And engine 2. Engine 1. I got to go to bed now. Good night. See ya. Take care, AvGeek. Thanks for tuning in for the hand-flown landing. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Hour and 19 minutes on the flight time. Hour and 36 minutes on the block time. Beacon lights off. Seatbelt signs off.
The boarding requested.
D-board requested. Fun flight. Let's disconnect off VATSIM. So, I got 1.15 Gs, 253 from Sim Toolkit Pro. 2000, just before the 2,500 footer on centerline. 272, so a little firm according to the feet per minute, but 1.04 Gs. So if you want to go by the Gs, it was pretty smooth. That's all she wrote, guys. Let's just get the replay going and we'll get out of here. We're off VATSIM. We'll go GSX, reset position, dismiss, panel states, close all this up, ready, activate. All right, let's do the replay.
Couldn't find valid airport data at this position. Services are not available.
That was pretty smooth. I'll take it. We'll take that landing, guys. We will take that any day of the week. Let's check it out from this side as well. Oh yeah, we'll take that. I'll get the other angles for you guys and then we'll get out of here. Take care, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Friday evening, and I really thank you for joining me on this kind of last minute stream I set up. Alright guys, enjoy the rest of the replay and enjoy your weekend. See ya. Take care, guys. Hit that like button on your way out if you enjoyed the channel. Really appreciate the support. And have a good night. Take care, guys.
The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony. Until one day, a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix.
From the ashes.